Hello everyone and welcome to my review of Kengan Chapter 66. So last week we got the backstory for Falcon, or accurately the three backstories for Falcon, because the dude has just done a bunch of stuff. He went into a mixed martial arts thing in I think Thailand, and then he became a wrecker, and then he was a magician at some point. So the dude just has a bunch of stuff going on. And when we get into this chapter, we're getting a bit more of Falcon's backstory, but this time it's actually coming from his perspective as opposed to being told it by other people that know things about him. So we start off getting a monologue from him talking about how murder isn't rational due to the risks oftentimes outweighing the rewards. So he became a wrecker so that he could still horribly injure people but not get the death penalty, even though I'm pretty sure if you're crippling people on a regular basis, you'll probably get the death sentence anyway, depending on what country you're in. Then he talks about how he's a magician by trade and loves magic, and that how even the most astounding magic has a logical trick behind it. It's something that's truly rational. But apparently being a magician is not great for paying the rent. So he decided to use his skills to become a wrecker, which made him a lot more money. And then he was given an opportunity to fight in a Chinese underground martial arts ring, in which he made even more money. And the fact that they had weight classes allowed him to do his thing without risk of getting injured super badly, which was also rational. And he was able to make a small fortune for himself working on this and didn't really have to worry about anything. So we're seeing this specific scenario where he's driving around in a sports car waiting for a match that he has coming up in a few hours. And while he's doing that, he drives by a movie theater and sees that they're screening some ninja movie, and he thinks that's been done to death, but it's 2 hours long, which is plenty of time that I need to kill. So if it's shit, I'll just leave. So he goes in and he sees this amazing ninja movie and he gets absolutely hooked on it. And at this point, Falcon turns into a giant fucking weeb. This is incredible. The guy is literally a LARPer. He decided to become a ninja. Oh my god, he's reading Norito. He's apparently reading shitty knockoff ninja manga. So he became obsessed with ninjas and developed his own style of ninjutsu just because he liked ninjas so much. And it was because of this that Toyota scouted him out, and Falcon was thrilled to have a chance to meet real ninjas. It's very funny. His demeanor when talking about ninjas is so different from his demeanor literally any other time. He's like a little kid in a candy store. It's kind of adorable. So anyway, we moved back to the present after we had seen Toyota talking with Mutaba. And Mutaba's like, oh yeah, oh man, what a great story. I'm so moved by it. And he says that out of all the wreckers that he knows, Albert Lee has got to be among the top 3 best. And that if he's become even stronger since becoming a ninja after that, then Rihito is screwed. So we go back to the melee between Falcon and Rihito. And Rihito is trying to block all of these stab attacks that Falcon is using with his partial trained hands. Then we have Falcon doing his ninjutsu. He's doing fucking jutsus with his hands. But Rihito realizes what's happening and he blocks the kick that Falcon was trying to do and then tries to knee him as a counter, which seems to surprise Falcon, who didn't expect him to predict his misdirection. And Rihito starts gloating like he does and says that he's figured out his trick. And he's realized that Falcon started off showing off his ninjutsu by cutting that tennis ball and leaving an impression with his fingers. but then pretty much used that as a feint to draw attention away from his kicks, which is very interesting. I am really liking how they're integrating the way magic, like magician stuff, works into fighting. But Rihido says that those tricks aren't going to work on him because his master's hands and feet are even scarier than Falcon's. And he's, goddamn, is he right about that? So Falcon starts doing his jutsus again, and Rihido thinks that he's doing a kick and goes to deflect it. But Falcon, moves under Rihido's arm and he stabs him in the side with his toes. Rihido can't believe what had happened. He thought his timing was perfect, but that Falcon's kick had slipped through his guard. And as the last part of the chapter, we have Falcon saying that he has no interest in Rihido, and he really wants to face Rihido's master, Kuroki Gensai, the ninja master. So, first of all, this kid, this fucking guy, this guy has no idea what he's getting into. What an idiot. I find it interesting that Falcon at least seems to know... He somehow seems to know that Rihido was trained by Gensai, but at the very least, King, we haven't seen him in a couple chapters, but the guy who seems to be the top of the Purgatory Fighters has no idea who Rihido is. So I would have to assume that Falcon is... How is Falcon aware of Rihido's connection to Gensai? Because I'm not sure if that's I don't remember if that's common knowledge. It seems like the Purgatory Fighters are not aware of who Rihido is. But yet at the same time, Falcon seems to know that Kuroki is Rihido's master. So it's possible that Falcon is just more informed. He did kind of seem like the second, the right-hand man guy for Toyota earlier on. He was following him around and stuff. I don't know. I assume we'll get some sort of insight into this in the next chapter. But, yeah. We'll probably be getting Rihido backstory. I don't know if we'll get it next chapter or the week after, because I think we're probably going to need to get some of Rihido using parts of the Kaiwan style before we get any flashbacks to his training. So I assume we'll be getting a Rihido comeback next chapter, because he's kind of been getting his ass kicked for the first two chapters of this fight. We're not super getting his ass kicked, but he hasn't really done much to move the fight in his favor. He's just kind of been taking hits from Falcon. So this is kind of going very differently from the last fight, where Carlos kept doing really impressive stuff, and Gao Lang was just like, oh yeah, cool, and then just overcoming it without really any issue. So, I think with the way this is going, Falcon is going to dominate the first half of the fight, pretty much, and then Rihido is going to have a comeback. We've already seen with the way that he's started predicting Falcon's attacks, understanding his patterns and stuff. We're kind of seeing the little inklings, the very basics of the sort of prediction stuff that was going on with people like Kuroki and Agito. Yeah, that's really all to talk about. I'm very excited to see what happens next chapter. I assume we're finally going to start to see Rihido pull out some techniques. I'm still very hopeful, very excited to see if there's going to be some sort of combination between the Razor's Edge and the Devil's Lance, because Kuroki himself did say that what Rihido was doing was essentially a hybrid style of the Kaiwan style and his own personal style. So I feel like we're definitely going to see something like that. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I do Kengan Omega videos every week. If you enjoy other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Bleach, I do videos on those series as well. And I'll see you around.